Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel Coders Arcade. This is Saurav and today we will be starting with the second experiment in the DevOps VTU Lab. Okay, so before starting this video guys, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family, and also at the same time, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon guys, because that will help you to get notified about the latest updates. Okay, so without any more ado, let's get started with that. As I said, today it will be the second experiment. Here it is. As you can see, the second experiment in the DevOps VTU Lab Manual is working with Maven, creating a Maven project, understanding the POM file, okay, and dependency management and plugins. All these things you have to learn, guys. I will definitely assure you one thing, that most of the colleges has skipped many important topics in this, just rushing it off so that the topic can be covered very easily and very quickly. That is not how you learn about this. What if something very important is asked in the interview regarding this? Right now the point is, if the interviewers know that DevOps is there in your syllabus, guys, obviously they can frame any question out of that. Okay, that's why to know in and out about everything is very important. That's why I will give you all the things about the build, the dependency management, plugins, and everything. Okay, step by step. Okay, in the experiment number one, guys, we had already learned about installation of Maven. I'd given you a brief history of Maven and Gradle. Okay, if you want, you can go to this lab manual only, the lab manual that I've shared with everybody who has filled the form. Okay, if you really want to learn anything extra from that, you can obviously learn from that. Okay, I've given dedicated notes on Maven also, guys. If you just want to see that, let me show you here. Okay, if I go here, you can see Git and GitHub notes is given. Maven notes and documentation is also given. See, Maven, the whole notes on Maven is given here. If you want, you can learn from there. Okay, see, I will show you a very important thing that can be asked. I can guarantee most of the colleges will have skipped this part, the life cycle part. I can bet on this, guys. So that's why I will be teaching you all the things in this life cycle. You can see here, right? Clean, validate, compile, test, package, verify, install, cite, and deploy. If you don't understand this, why is this required? What is actually going on in the life cycle? Everything has to be understood, okay? That's why you can see the three standard life cycles: clean, default build, and cite. Okay, that you have to understand. Okay, so without any more ado, let's get started with this. And so I will just go to this because I've given a links. You can see in the manual, just click on the experiment number 2 and you will automatically be redirected to that link. Okay, this is the experiment number 2. Working with Maven, creating a Maven project, understanding the POM file, and dependency management and plugins. Okay, so as I said, Maven is a build tool which is used for Java projects. Okay, it simplifies the build process, manages the project dependencies, and supports plugins for different tasks. There are plugins for different tasks, guys. Copy paste, deploying your jar file into some repository, etc. etc. And as we learn about the Maven project, we'll be learning about a very important file, the pom.xml file. Project configuration and dependency management becomes very easy, because if you remember, when we had done a manual creation of a Java project, at that time we were getting lots of problems. We had to manually create a leaf folder, do all these things, guys. If you have not gone through them, go through all the earlier videos that I've created in the same playlist. You will understand a lot about all the problems. That is why we are actually using build tools now. This is the first build tool that you will be using in this experiment. In the next experiment, we'll be using the Gradle build tool. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's get started now. Okay, so as I told you, see the key features: project management, standard directory structure, build automation, dependency management, and plugins. These are very important, as you can see here. Okay, so now steps to create a Maven project in IntelliJ IDEA. We are using IntelliJ IDEA, right? Anybody who is using Eclipse also, they can follow almost the same steps. 80 to 90% will be almost same. Okay. I personally prefer IntelliJ IDEA. That's why I'm using it. Okay. As I said, you can just go to your CMD and see whether Maven is installed or not. You can type this command mvn space hyphen version. Okay, if Maven is installed properly, you will get the version. And if you haven't installed, guys, go back to the video, the first experiment. There you will get to see that. Okay, I've given you the details of installation, and then you can see after typing this, you will get the version 3.8.6. You might have a latest version, doesn't matter. As long as you are able to work on that, it's okay. Fine, I'll just exit this. So first step is done, installing Maven. Okay, I've given the link of the official website also. You can go there and do it. Fine. Second thing is create a new Maven project in IntelliJ IDEA. So what I'll do, I'll open IntelliJ IDEA. Here it is. Okay, and go to File, New, Project, and very important, you have to select Maven here. Or you can do one thing. See guys, this is optional. Okay, I'll just do this here. Check this. Go to File, New Project. You can choose from an archetype if you see here, and it is optional, not mandatory. Okay, so I'll go back and show you. I'll write down DevOps VTU space Maven. Fine. So let the path be same, doesn't matter. And the build system should be Maven. You see, build system is not IntelliJ, it should be Maven. In the earlier one, we are using IntelliJ. Here it is Maven. And JDK version, as I told you, the 17 version is very good and works with all Maven versions. That's why JDK version is very important. We should use that 17 version only. Okay. So now this thing is also done. And you can choose Maven archetype, not required for the time being. Leave it and just check the add sample code, doesn't matter. And just click on create. Okay. As I had told you, you automatically got a pom.xml file. Okay. Project object model. As I have represented many times, I have repeated many times this thing, the project object model. This is the pom.xml file. If I close this, this is the file, guys. I'm highlighting this. See, I'll open this like this. This is how it looks like. Okay. It is the XML language, guys, extensive markup language. Similar to HTML, you have closing and open tags. See, this is the project tag and this is the project closing tag. Similarly, the properties tag and the properties closing tag. Okay. So you can see the JDK version is 17 and then you have a group ID, artifact ID and the version. The initial version is 0.1.0 snapshot. Okay. So this is the basic idea of this. We'll go around this and try to work on that. Don't worry about that. Fine. So we have done the first step. Created the project. Okay. Fine. It is finished. As soon as you click finish, it is done. Fine. It's very simple. Now, as I said, the pom.xml is that file, which looks like this. And you can see here, we will need to add all the dependencies that we need. Fine. So what you can see here, we have to add a dependencies tag like this. Okay, inside that all dependencies. Suppose in the manual creation of Java project, you had seen that what we had done, we had created a Selenium test and then we had done a test, right? Remember? So those kinds of things we'll be doing here. Okay, so you can see here, add dependencies for Selenium and TestNG. So let's do it. Okay, what I'll do is I'll go to Google. I'll open the Maven Central repository, this one, and you can search here for Selenium. Okay, search for that. Okay, got it. You can see what I'm doing is I'm going to the search bar, I'm writing Selenium Java and clicking on search. Fine, this is what comes up. I'll click on this. This is the first one, Selenium Java. Click on this. Automatically it will open this. Now my build system is Maven. Okay, so I'll scroll down. See, the latest version is 4.31.0. Maybe in the manual when I was working with that, you can see I had version something else, etc. etc. 3.14, 1.59. It really doesn't matter. Always take the latest version. Okay, otherwise there will be clash with some dependencies. So make sure you use the latest version. one disclaimer here, guys. Sometimes in your company, when you are working in a particular project, it might need a particular version of Selenium. So that will be written in the documentation. You can just follow that and download that particular version. Okay. So I will go back here, and what I'll do, I'll just click on this. Okay. So I'll scroll down. You can see there are lots of build systems. Mine is Maven. By default, Maven is selected. For the next experiment, we'll select Gradle. See here, Gradle. The syntax is a little bit different because that follows the Groovy script, right? But in Maven, we follow the XML script. So this is it. Just you have to do is you have to hover your mouse over this and click on this. Automatically, it gets copied to the clipboard. Okay. So now I'll go back to my IntelliJ and close this project. Or okay, this is the project that I have created right now. Okay, let me have that project also, because I'll be needing that for a reason, I'll tell you. Okay, so yep. After the properties tag, guys, just give a opening angle bracket, write down dependencies and close it. Okay, inside this dependencies tag, I'll just maximize this. You can just paste it here, the dependency that you just copied. Okay, so the Selenium dependency we got. Okay, now you can see in the external libraries, I only have the JDK, the 17 JDK, nothing else. Now there is a reload button here. Can you see? M with a reload. Okay, I'll click on this and automatically it will start downloading the dependencies. Wait for some time. See, there are no errors, everything is clean and it is still downloading. Can you see? Maven, it is downloading all the dependencies if you see here. Okay, now everything is fine. So all the dependencies for Maven, all the Selenium HQ and all, see, it's got downloaded. Fine. I hope you have understood now. See, it is so simple. Earlier, what you did, you went to selenium.dev, you downloaded the jar file, again created the lib folder, all these things you had to do. This using a build tool is so easy here, guys, right? Now, in the SRC, we have two folders. We have main and then Java and resources. Again, we have one more for test and then Java. Okay. So you can see the Maven build tool or the Maven project has so uniquely separated the development part and the testing part here that we had to do it manually. It is very difficult to figure out that, right? So Maven follows industry standards and automatically gives you a main method, a main folder, and a test folder. Okay, so that the working becomes very easy. The development part will be here in this, and the testing part will be here in the test folder. Okay, that is why it is like that. Fine, I hope this is very clear. Now, one more dependency I need the TestNG. Okay, so let's go back to our Maven repository and write down TestNG. Here it is. And click on search. So yeah, this is the one. I'll click on this and go back. This is the version that we have right now, 7.11.0. Click on this and scroll down again. Maven, just copy this and go back here to your project. Here it is. And I'll just enter and paste this here. Okay. And again, as usual, just click on reload. Okay, automatically it will download that dependency and see everything is fine. There is no red color warning or nothing. So it is very important to understand where to put which tag in the pom.xml file. It's not a joke, guys. It is really difficult to handle the pom.xml. I can assure you, those who have already tried to do this, they know this. Okay, it is not a very easy task, but you will get used to it once you have worked with the pom.xml file. Okay, that is the thing. Once you have a command of this, it is very easy. Okay, we are done with that. I hope you have understood this. Now, we already have done this thing. Let's go back to the manual and see what next. Okay, see guys. Our target is we will create a simple HTML file or a website and deploy it into GitHub. And we will test our website using this Maven project so that we can understand about all the life cycle of Maven. Okay, that should be our target. So what I will do is I already have 3 files. Okay, I'll go to this project that I have already created, this RNSIT. Here I have 1, 2, 3. These 3 files. Okay, you can also create your own website: index.html, logo.png, and styles.css. I'll just copy them, copy, and go back to my current project, this one, and in the resources folder, in the main folder inside src main in resources, what I'll do, I'll right click and paste them, all 3. Okay, you can see I got index.html, I got logo.png, I got styles.css. This is a very simple website, guys, that I've created. Okay, I'll just open it here in the editor to show you how it looks like. Okay, see here, welcome to Coders Arcade and start learning today and explore courses. If I click on this, it automatically goes to our YouTube channel Coders Arcade. Okay, that's how it is. Got it? So a very simple website design to understand. Make sense? So what I'll do, I'll close this preview for the time being, and you also can have your own thing, and then we can start doing our test. Now, the first thing that we need is we need to deploy this. Okay. So very important, how to deploy. To deploy, we'll be learning from the manual only, because you also are following the manual. So you'll be thinking like, why sir not following the manual? So I'll also do the same thing. Okay. So this thing is done. HTML, CSS. Now we need to upload the website to GitHub. Okay. So guys, very important. What I'll do is in IntelliJ itself, I will open the terminal. You can see here we have the terminal. If you are using the latest version of IntelliJ, the terminal logo will be somewhere here towards the left hand side, this bar. Okay, for my case, I'm using the older version, so it's here. Okay, this is how it looks like. Now, what I'll do is I will just type this command git init. All of you should be knowing this command by now. I am very sure of it, because if you have not followed the previous videos, please go back and follow this. If you are here and you are asking me why are you writing git init, I am not going to explain this now. Okay, because that is the target I have given you from the beginning, because every single time from the experiment number 1 till 12 we will be using all these commands. That's why it was very important to learn all those commands so that you can easily come here and understand and execute all the experiments easily. Okay, git init creates a empty repository. Done. Now I will say git add dot to add all the files. Okay, I'll just check the status, git status. Okay, all fine, no problem. Now I will just say for safety git add dot once again and check the status, everything fine. I'll say git commit -m added index styles logo files for the website. Press enter. Okay, so all these things are fine, no problem at all. Now I will say clear, and guys, I'll go back to my GitHub. I'll open my GitHub here because I need to push them into the cloud. Okay, so now I will show you live deployment, how you can deploy your website into GitHub. Okay, so I'll open github.com, and what I'll do is I'll create a new repository. Okay, I'll create a new repository. So repository name, I'll say DevOps VTU website. Maven, MVN. This is fine because we are creating a Maven project. I'll say DevOps VTU Maven. Okay, it is available, no problem. Let me zoom in. I'm writing like this, DevOps VTU Maven. Okay. And description, I'll say this is a MVN project for DevOps VTU experiment number 2. Okay, let it be public, and what I'll do is I'll just, no need to add anything else, I'll just create the repository. Guys, all the steps you should be already knowing. Okay, so this is my URL that I got after creating the repository. To follow this, I hope everyone is following this properly. If you are not, that means you have not followed from the previous videos. Go back, learn them and come back. Okay, so I'll copy this again and go back to my IntelliJ, and here I will use a command called git remote add. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Git remote add origin, and right click and I'll just paste it here. This is the URL. Okay, just now that I copied. Press enter. No errors means everything is fine. Okay, now I'll say git. Okay, guys, one more thing. I will tell you one thing that is very important to understand here. Okay, remote show origin. I just want to see whether my remote has been connected to the local or not. Let's wait. Yeah, I can see it says that that particular remote has been connected. Okay, got it. Now I have committed, but let me check the status. See, in my branch master, I am all fine. Okay, now let's go back to the manual. Now is the interesting part. Okay, for the deployment, just see, to deploy your Maven project to GitHub pages using the docs folder. Okay, please remember that having all files inside root folder not recommended, because Git does not allow you, or it actually tries to find out all the files either from the root or from the docs. But right now, if we see the project here, having everything inside this root folder directly is not recommended. It will not be working. Okay, and Git will never try to find everything from your resources folder. Right now, I have everything in my resources folder. Okay, that is not a good practice. So what it says is, my manual, we should create a docs folder, and inside that everything should come. Okay, so for that, now let's go to our plugins. Very good. Okay, got it. What we will be doing, we will be using the Maven plugins now. The first plugin, guys, I have given you the whole link of this plugin. See, Apache Maven plugins. The first plugin that you are going to use is the Maven resources plugin. What will it do? It will copy the content from my resources folder into a docs folder. Okay, so let's try to do it. Okay, so for that, let's go to the pom.xml, and here the first thing that you have to do is you have to write a tag called build tag. Okay, inside the build tag you will be having the plugins tag. Okay, plugins. So I'll write like this. See, plugins. Can you see here? This is the syntax that you have to follow. Okay, inside the plugins, guys, we'll be using the Maven resources plugin. Okay, so I already have it and I have given it to you here, so you can just copy it. Okay, I'll explain everything in detail what is actually happening, because if I keep on writing this video will become 1 hour long or maybe 2 hours long. It will be very difficult for you to follow. Okay, so I'm just copying it from here. Okay, let me show you what happens here. See what I did inside build, inside plugin. This is the first plugin that you're using, which is the Maven resources plugin. If you can see here, okay, the version is 3.2.0. Okay, and if I go back to the manual, I had told you about something called the Maven cycles. Let's go back here and try to see this. You can see here, there is something called package. See, so what actually happens here is something like this. The execution says prepare packages and the goal says copy resources. What are we trying to copy? We're trying to copy all these resources, index, logo, and styles, these three files, index.html, logo.png and styles.css from the resources folder into something called a docs folder. Okay, you can see the configuration is something like this. We want to copy everything to an output directory where project.base directory, that means this is the base directory, the root, okay, this folder, the root or the current project folder, this one, slash docs, okay. So deploy to slash docs folder, okay. What are the resources? Inside the resources tag, you can see here we have src main resources. So src, this is src, this is main, this is resources. Inside that we have 3 files. And how do you copy all the files? The includes command is giving you all that. See, */*. That means all files with all types of extensions. Got it? All files with all types of exceptions. Everything. So everything from this resources folder should be copied to the docs folder. We have not created the docs folder, okay. Now I will just refresh this. Fine, no problem at all. Let's go back to the manual because you should be knowing that we are following the manual properly or not. So now what I'll do is, let's go back. 1 second. Okay, let's go back to experiment number 2 and let me show you. Website created, everything fine, no problem at all. I have not pushed that, guys. I have not pushed -u origin parser, not done that, okay? Because I said, now we are using the resources plugin. Now, after that, after adding all the files into the pom.xml, we have to use a command. That command is mvn clean install, okay? So let's go back here and in the terminal where I was opening that, here I will write mvn clean install. Press enter. Just wait for some time. See, everything worked fine, no errors. And let's go back here and see something, guys. I did not have the docs folder. It automatically created a docs folder and pushed all the data into this. Make sense? Got it? And where will you find all the life cycles? In that diagram in the manual we have. Here you can see in the right hand side, you can see a M and the Maven. I will click on this. And in this, you can see life cycle, clean, validate, compile, test, package, verify, install. When I wrote Maven clean install, when I wrote install, from clean, validate, compile, test, package, verify, everything happened till install, okay? It cleaned the entire project, it validated your code, whatever was written, it compiled all the code, it tested. If there was any test written, we have not written any test, we'll be writing a test now. If a test was written, it would have executed the test also, okay? After that, it packaged everything. If you see carefully, we did not have this folder, okay? I'll just show you actually what I mean by this. I will delete this target folder, guys. I'll delete this target folder. And what I'll do, I'll run that command once again. I'll just close this for the time being and let's go back here to the terminal and let's run this command once again. Maven clean install. Okay. I'm pressing enter. Let's wait for some time. No errors. Everything successful. Let's go back and see here, guys. Again, the target folder was created. Okay. What it has done is it has wrapped up or converted this whole project into a jar file, Java archive. You can see here, right? DevOps VTU Maven 1.0 snapshot.jar. This jar file can be deployed to anywhere, even in the cloud, maybe on local folder, anything. We are not connected to any cloud right now. We don't have any servers. We are using GitHub for simply deploying our static pages. So what I'll do, I will show you how to deploy this jar file into a local folder only. Okay, that we'll do. Okay, guys, what we did till now, we used the Maven resources plugin to copy all the resources from src main resources folder, these 3 files, 1, 2, 3, to the docs folder. This was also created by this plugin only, right? So see how easy it becomes when you have plugins, when you have the build tools. I hope you are understanding and liking it. Okay, guys, in the middle, I am telling one more thing. If you really like the video, please motivate me by liking, sharing, and also subscribing to our channel, because that's all you need, right? As a trainer, as a person who is teaching something, we need motivation. And I request you, please subscribe. I will try to bring the videos more sooner. Okay, fine. So let's get back. And as I said, we have copied all the content from the resources into the docs folder. That is done. Now let's go back, and in the terminal, if everything works out, you will get build success. Fine. After that, what I'll do is I'll just say git status. And now because we got one more folder, you can see the pom.xml was modified because we added the resources plugin, and also we got two folders, docs and target. Fine. Now what I'll do, I'll just say git add dot to add all the files. After that, I'll say git show origin master. I just want to check. Sorry, git remote show origin. My bad. Git remote show origin. Yeah, it's connected. So what I'll do, I'll just say git commit -m added the docs folder for deployment. Okay, press enter. Everything is fine, no problem. I'll just say clear to clear the screen. Okay, so everything I'm doing from the manual only, guys. No cheating, nothing. Everything from here. Okay, so committed git add docs. Everything is done like this. You can follow like this, or you can follow my style also. Doesn't matter. Now I need to push all my changes into GitHub. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just say git push -u for the first time you are doing -u origin master. Press enter. Master is the branch that you're pushing. Right now I'm in the master branch. Okay, so this is fine, absolutely no problem at all. I'll just say git status. See, your branch is up to date with origin master. Let's go back to GitHub and try to see. Right now it is empty, so I'll refresh and see. Wow, we have got all the files back here. Okay, isn't it awesome? So I have the docs folder. Inside that, see, I have index.html, I have logo.png, I have styles.css. Everything is working fine. I'll go back. And now we need to understand deployment. Okay, so as I said, GitHub allows you to host websites which are static. That means it has simple HTML pages, styles, and logos or images. That is absolutely possible. So you can follow the manual. The steps are written here. See, enable GitHub pages. So what I'll do, I'll just go back here. You can follow everything from the manual. I'll again give you the steps. Go to settings. Go to pages here. Okay. And it says deploy from a branch. Okay. I can directly say there is one more option like this that can be done. Rather, you can say none, make it master. Okay, one thing is done. The second thing, I said root folder is not recommended, so we had created the docs folder. See here /docs. I'll click on this and save this. Okay, and you can see here it says your GitHub pages site is currently being built from the docs folder. Okay, let's wait for some time. From the which branch? Master branch. Let's wait for some time. Okay, I'll just refresh this once again. And let's just wait so that it gets deployed properly. You can go back to your project, refresh once again, and then you can directly go to settings, go to pages again. Yup, guys, see, it says your site is live at https sauravsarkar.github.io DevOps VTU Maven / okay. Let's click on this or click on this, doesn't matter. I'll click on this. Wow, amazing. See guys, we have got our first static site deployed to GitHub pages. And I need this URL. This URL I need because I will be testing this website by writing a Selenium code now. Okay? Isn't it awesome? So that is my target right now. Okay? And you can see the page has a title called Coders Arcade CI/CD Learning. See, this is the title. Coders Arcade CI/CD Learning. If you see carefully, Coders Arcade CI/CD Learning. Okay? So now let's go back to our manual and see what is the next step. Deployment is done. You can see access your website, your GitHub username / github.io, your repository name. This is how you can access it. Okay. So cool guys, if you have any doubts, any queries about how it is not getting deployed or getting deployed, make sure you follow the steps, you will get it. Okay, after that there is information about the docs folder. If you want, you can read it. All good till now. And now we have to do one more thing. These steps have been already done. Clean install, everything is done. Push the changes. All these are done guys. We have already done this. Now we have to write a Selenium test with TestNG. Okay. So this file is also given to you. This whole code is given. You can just copy this code like this. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to my test that I have written and see the package name. It should be proper. Okay. Package name is org.test. If you want to write anything else, that should be your target and that should how it should be written. Okay. So I already have that. So I'll copy my class. Okay. I'll just copy the content from that. Control. I'll go back to my project, this one, and minimize this. See here in this test src. Now I can close this file, this part, and this docs folder also. Everything is fine. Main part I'll close. src test java. Here I'll create a new package. org.test. Okay, and here I will paste that file. It will say add to git. I'll not add, cancel. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just change all the data that is already existing there. Okay. So now I need the URL guys. This is the same code that I'm using here. You can use that code from there, copy that. And what is this actually? I can talk about that. Let's talk about that. We have a class called web page test and we have a WebDriver driver. I told WebDriver is an interface which helps you to automate test pages, okay, web pages. So I have three methods: open browser, title validation test, and then I have the close browser. So obviously it is before the test I need to open the browser. During the test or at the test, these are called annotations. Okay, these are annotations that are possible only because we have used the TestNG dependency. Okay, if this is not there, they will not work. Okay, you can see here they have been imported. Assert, testng.assert, dot after test, dot before test. I don't want to go deep into it. If you want to really learn about Selenium testing, you can go to the Coders Arcade website. You can directly go to our Coders Arcade website. I'll show you here. Okay, if you really want to, you can go to the Coders Arcade website. Let's go back here and you can type Selenium. Okay, and this is the whole playlist. You can go here and from here you can learn about testing more. Okay, if you really want to. But right now that is not our target. Okay, right now we need to test this website. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just copy this URL, go back, and rather than writing this, I will paste that URL here. Okay, so we are opening the Chrome browser. maximizing the window, giving a wait time of 2 seconds. After that, we are going to this particular URL, the URL where we deployed our website right now in GitHub. Okay, is that clear? After that, we are doing a title validation test. Okay, now the title is the actual title that is there, and what I'll do is I'll go to the HTML file that we have written. This is the HTML file, right? I'll open the main and go to the resources. You can go to the docs folder also. This is the one, and you can see title is Coder Circuit CI/CD learning. This one, right? I'll copy this, go back to the web page test file, and here expected title should be this. Copy this. So we are asserting a condition. That means are the actual and the expected title equal? We are doing a simple validation test, guys, nothing else. Okay. And then I'll says title contains CI/CD. For example, I just want to give this message as soon as the assertion is true. Okay. And after that, after performance this test, we need to close the browser. So wait for 1 second and then close the browser. Okay, simple Selenium commands, guys. WebDriver is opening the Chrome browser, maximizing the window, and then giving a wait time of 2 seconds using the thread class. After that, we are going to the URL driver.get this particular URL. Done. Once the website is opened by using the before test annotation, then what test we are performing? The test is get the actual title by using driver.getTitle method. Get the title. Expected title is the one that I copied from the HTML file. After that, assert that these two titles are equal. If they're equal, and then the title should be CI/CD, something like that. Okay, let me run this now and see what happens. You should observe that a Google Chrome browser will open. Let's wait and see. See, browser opened, waiting for 2 seconds, opened my website, validated, and the test case passed. All green means the test case passed. Okay, guys, one more thing. Sometimes you will get a SL4FJ errors like this. These are warnings, okay? Don't have to worry about that. If you are worrying about that, you can use this dependency. There is one more dependency for SL4J or logback. That can be used, but not important. At least I hope you understood that we are running a test, validating the titles, and it's actually working. Okay. So if you want to print, I can just say S out and print the actual title. Doesn't matter. Let's run this and let's see the output once again. Waiting, opening, maximizing, 2 seconds, opening the website, testing, and if you see here, I have printed the actual title also, Coder Circuit CI/CD lining. So you can see expected title was this and this was this. So everything is fine, no errors. Is that clear? That is how we are actually checking this. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So that's it, guys. We have actually used the Maven project, used the Maven clean install command, and then we have used the Maven resources plugin to actually copy the resources from the resources folder to the docs folder, then deployed our simple static website into GitHub using GitHub pages, and then tested the website using Selenium and TestNG, using lots of annotations like before, test, and after. And after that, we have actually got a test result. If you see in the run, we have got a test result. That means you can see here, it says total test run 1, passes 1, failure 0. Now because we are using a Maven project, let's see, it generates so many things, guys. See, it generates classes, sources, all of these things it is generating. See, got it? And you can see there is one index.html file here also, logo.png, style.css. Okay, but as I told, GitHub does not search here. It searches either in the root, that is here, and I said it is not recommended to put the files here. That's why we created a docs folder by using the Maven resources plugin. As you can see here, right? We use this command here, the Maven resources plugin, to copy the resources from the src main resources to the docs folder. Okay, I hope now this is clear. Okay, so till here, if you have any doubts, post them in the comment section. I'll be happy to clarify them. After that, let's go back to the manual, and the test is also successful. Everything is fine. Now, the summary, everything is given. See, set up a Maven project, configure the XML file, create the website, upload it to GitHub, and test it. So everything is working absolutely fine according to the manual. Fine. So I'll go back here. Every single step is mentioned and explained here, guys. You can go through the manual and you'll understand that. Because I hope you are learning from the manual, I am not repeating the steps again. Okay. So I'll go back here. This thing is done. Testing is done. Now let's use the Maven JAR plugin next to package the project into a JAR file and showing how to run a main class and show simple output. That should be our target because we are learning about the plugins, right? So, okay, see here. This is the Maven JAR plugin to the pom.xml. We have to add it here. Okay, so I have given you this here. You can copy it from here directly like this. What I will do is, I already have it here, so I'll be copying it from here. Okay, the Maven JAR plugin. Copy, and I'll go back to the project, and after this plugin, see, after this plugin tag finishes here, I'll paste the Maven JAR plugin. Okay, and just try to understand. In my case, you can see inside src main, I have Java. Inside that, the package name is org.example, and then here I have main. Okay, and let me open that file, and you can see there is a print function, or you can see here I'll just say hello this Saurav is out. Welcome to the DevOps VTU experiment 2 is out. Commit to achieve is out. Happy learning. Okay, I've written this. This is the main function that I want to run. How? By using the Maven JAR plugin. Okay, I already have the Maven JAR plugin here, and see here the package name is org.example and the class name is main capital main. So it is case sensitive, guys. You have to be very careful about this. Okay, you can see org.apache.maven.plugins, Maven JAR plugin version is 3.1.0. Configuration, see here, specify the main class to be executed, and main class name is org.example.main. It should be exactly like that. If you have any other name, write that name. Okay, that's why I've written the comment, replace with your actual main class. Okay, that much. Now let's go back to the manual, and after that, very simple command, guys. Maven clean package, the next one. Okay, I'll show you here so that you can understand that also. See, in this is the one, Maven clean then package. What it will do is it will create a jar file. So I'll refresh this here, reload this. Make sure always you reload this. Whenever you see this blue color icon, just reload this. Okay, I'll go to the terminal, I'll clear the screen, clear, and then I'll say mvn clean package. Press enter. Okay, everything is fine, no errors. The test case got executed. it will pass, and after that you can see it created a jar file. Okay, let's go back. I will show you once again because otherwise you will not understand. Okay, in my target folder I have got this jar file. Okay, what I'll do is I'll delete this target folder again, and let's run that command once again. Maven clean package, press enter. There should be no errors, everything should be working fine, and then it will execute the test. It will execute the test because now I have a test. Okay, and then it created the jar file. We'll see that later. But if you see the cycle, clean, validate, compile, test. Test is coming in the life cycle before. I have a test in my src test java. This is a test file, web page test. It is finding that test and automatically executing that. Did you understand this? That is the use of this build tool, guys. This is very important to understand. In the life cycle, clean happens, validate happens, compile happens, then comes test. It is sequential, see, after one after the other. Then we have the package. So before package, it executed the test. So if at all you have any test files, it will execute the test, then only it will go to the next phase. Okay, the life cycle has lots of phases, so I hope now you are understanding. Clean actually cleans the project, validates all the files, compiles all the code that you have written, then tests everything. If you have any test cases written, it will test them, then it will package them into a jar file. After that we have verify and install. Verify is obviously it will check whether everything has been packaged into a jar file or not. And then install, we have already seen. To install all the dependencies we use it. Then we have cite and deploy. I guarantee guys, many of the colleges, many people have skipped this because it is not necessary. They will think like that. But honestly speaking, what if they ask you in the industry? What if as a student you were asked this question in the industry? What if as a faculty you were asked by the student? What will you do? That's why I'm taking time to teach you all these things. Okay? Otherwise I can simply go ahead and run the code and show you, okay, this is the output, that's all. Finish experiment number 1, 2, 3, done. Till 12, thank you very much, bye bye. It should not be like that, right? That's why I'm teaching you from scratch everything one by one. Okay, so I hope now you have understood. Now we have got a jar file. Very interesting. See, target folder got created again. We got this jar file. Now we need to run this. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the manual, show you the command. See, this is the command, java space hyphen jar, target is the folder slash, like that. So I'll go here to the terminal. I'll clear the screen first. I'll say java space hyphen jar, target is the folder, forward slash. I'll just write down some of it, okay? If you see carefully, my project name is DevOps OPS, see, DevOps. I'll press a tab. See guys, automatically I got it. I'll repeat this once again for you. I said java space hyphen jar, target is the folder. I'll press forward slash, then I'll write DEVOPS, my project name, and press tab. Automatically it becomes, or it catches the jar file. I'll press enter, and if you remember, in my main Java I had written, hello, this is Saurabh, welcome to the DevOps VTU experiment 2, commit to achieve happy learning. So I'll press enter. Wow, magic. See, whatever you have in the Java application can be actually executed by using this command. The jar file actually, I said, right, it wraps up all the code into a jar, Java archive, into an executable file. Okay, so when I run this command, the jar file is run. Okay, when we go to Jenkins, guys, in the Jenkins experiments, there also will be using this command, java space hyphen jar. From a var file, we'll run Jenkins. That we'll learn later. We don't have to worry about it. We'll do that. Okay. See guys, this is how the jar file works. Got it? Now, let's go back to the manual and go to the next one. I hope now you have got this output. Okay. Whatever I wrote in the main, I got the output. Fine. And I've given some keynotes, very important notes. You can go through them and try to understand them. So we'll understood about both the plugins. Okay, build life cycle, guys, very important. As I was telling about this, clean life cycle, it cleans the project. Build, it handles project compilation, testing, packaging, and deployment. Site lifecycle generates project documentation. Okay, that we have to learn now. Clean part we have already done. There are some things called pre-clean, clean, and post-clean. Okay, before cleaning, it will execute some tasks and it deletes the target directory and compiles them again and again puts them into the directory. Post clean, some things execute after the cleaning. This is not that important, but still I have given you the phases. In the clean, there are pre, clean, and post clean. Okay, and for that you can use the mv and clean command. Say if I go back to my project and show you, I can simply write mv and clean. It will just clean the project and it says build subject. That means there is nothing wrong in my project, everything is fine. Okay, that is the ambient clean command. Okay, after that, build lifecycle. Validate we have done. See, ensures project structure and configuration are correct. Compiles the source code. Test, as I said, if there is any test file, it will run that. Okay, after that, packages the compile code into a deployable format. Example, jar or val. I told you, right? And after that, verify. What is the verify thing? It will run integration tests to check if the package is valid. Okay, whenever you are packaging a jar, that means you are writing some code, keep on writing code, and then you integrate them together, right? So in that case, what happens? It will package everything and then it will verify with integration test. You have added something, they are integrating together, right? You will do an integration test and check whether everything is packed properly or not. Okay, install, as I said, installs the package into the local repository. Guys, if you remember, while installing Maven, we had created two these things. What is that called? I'll go to this PC, right click and properties. I'll show you something. Let me show you. Go to advanced system settings, environment variables. You can see there is something called M2 home. This is the directory where all the dependencies are downloaded. Okay. So what I mean is, see, installs the package into the local repository. The whole package is located into the M2 repository. That's why it is important to create the M2 home there while installing Maven. Now I hope you understand. Okay. And deploy. Deploy uploads the package to a remote repository. We don't have any remote repository like Nexus. Therefore, what we will do is we'll deploy it into our own system, the jar file. Okay. So let's try to understand them and do it one by one. Yeah, let's see. Cite and deploy commands. What actually it has done. See guys. First thing first, let's see the cite command. What it does. The mvn cite command is used to generate a project website containing reports like dependencies, build details, tests, results, and more. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to add a plugin. See, in the build, we have to add a plugin. So that plugin is already there. You can copy from there. I've given you this. This is the part that you have to copy. Okay, this plugin, and you can go to a notepad and remove the 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Not a problem, right? You can do it. So I'll go back to my IntelliJ and do this. See, in the pom.xml, after this plugin, I'll press enter and paste that plugin, mvn site. Okay, and you can use the latest version and reload this and then go back to the terminal and say mvn site. And before running this, I'll show you something here, guys. See, if you go to the target folder once again, let's open the target folder. Okay, first of all, let's run this command and let me show you something. All fine, no problem. It is actually working. Let's wait for some time. It is downloading all the things. See. So as I repeated, guys, when I write mvn site, all the other commands from the beginning will be done. Okay. Yep. So that's fine. Now let's go back here and see the target folder here. See, we got a folder called site. It was not there before. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just delete this for the time being. Let me delete this and let me again go to the terminal and clear the screen and first write mvn package. Tests are running, everything is fine. All good. We got the target folder. I want to show you something. That's why I'm doing this. Okay. Target folder. You can see I have classes, etc. etc. The R file is okay. Everything is fine. But I don't have the site folder. So what I'll do, you can run the command from the terminal also. Rather than that, you can also go here and click on this, double click on this. Automatically it will start. And if you observe carefully, everything is working. Here you will get a folder called site after some time. Just wait for some time. All good. See the magic. I got the site folder, see? And let me open that so that I can show you. I have a file called index.html. Let me open that. This is the file, and if I open this in Google Chrome, let's see. Wow. DevOps VTU Maven. This is my project that I created. Let's go back to IntelliJ and say, this is the project name, right? DevOps VTU Maven. Wonderful. And then let's go back to Google Chrome. Project information. See, dependencies. If I click on this, these are the dependencies that you have. Wonderful. Guys, this will be asked to you in the interview. If you go as a Java developer, what is the mvn site command? It's create a website for you where you can actually check all your dependencies, all the plugins that you have. Everything is here, see? Whatever plugins you are using. And the summary also you will get, see? All the plugins, etc. Project information, the dependencies that you have installed. Selenium, see? Selenium Java, you have TestNG. These are the dependencies that you have installed, right? All these are common here. And when you are actually working in a very good real-time project, there will be lots of other things. That is very important. That is why the mvn site plugin is important. What it does is, you can see, generates the HTML-based website inside target site. Includes various reports like the dependencies, plugin management, and test results. Okay, I hope now you've understood. See, you will see the project summary, dependencies, plugin management, unit test results. If you have any tests, all will come, and code coverage, etc. etc. Okay, so this is about the Maven site command. Now let's come to the Maven deploy command, the last one. Okay, and then we'll be wrapping up the experiment number 2. The last one, deploy. Okay, so let's go back here and see what it does. See, we have to create a local repository because I said we don't have any cloud or remote repository like Nexus. So you can see, create a local repo, my local Maven repo, something like this. So what I'll do, I already have that in my D drive. I'll go and just I'll type M. And if you see here, this is the one, my local Maven repo. So I'll delete the content from this. Okay, I'll delete this. Fine, right click, it is empty now. Nothing is there. So I'll just open it once again, my local Maven repo, and it is empty. You can see, right? It's empty. So go back to my code project and I'll close this site.html. Now in the pom.xml, I have to write this. Go to the manual, you can see this, right? Distribution management, you are distributing your jar file into some repository. Okay, this is the code that you need to copy. Okay, so I already have it. I'll copy this. Go back to the project in the pom.xml. After the build, here you have to add that. This is the name of my exact folder and it is in the D drive. Before that, the file actually has to write like this. You have to write the URL like this. It is case sensitive, guys, so make sure you write like this. And then this is the path, D drive, my local Maven repo. Okay, URL can be a proper URL when you are actually sending it to some remote repository. Right now we don't have any URL, so we are copying it into our local only. So the jar files, everything will be transferred to this particular folder. I'm showing you because I just want to show you the deploy, what happens. Okay, so guys, every time if you see something here, the reload, just click on that. Go to the terminal and I'll just say mvn deploy. Press enter. Everything will work from the beginning and the test will also happen. See, test happened, maximized, open that, tested it, successful, and then deployed. Let's go back to the folder. See, org, open that, example, open that, DevOps VTU Maven, open that. You can see 1.0 snapshot, and then you will have the jar file. This is the jar file that I'm looking about. Okay, that is how you can deploy your whole application into a repository. That is the use of the Maven deploy command. Okay, so I hope now you have understood properly about the whole life cycle: clean, validate, compile, test, package, verify, install, site, and deploy. Okay, and in the plugins we have used some of the plugins to use. Okay, the resources and the jar plugins we have used. This much if you explain in the interview, guys, you will be very suitable for the job, I'm telling you. So please go through this video properly. If you have any doubts, please make sure you comment your doubts in the comment section and I'll be very happy to clarify all your doubts. If you have liked the content of this video, if you really like the experiment number 2, please hit the bell icon, and also please like and share this video with your friends and family and those who are learning DevOps. Okay, so with this I will wind up this experiment number 2. Okay, we have learned everything about Maven from beginning and I've given you proper notes, documentations. Please follow the manual. Please follow the manual. I'll repeat again, please follow the manual to learn more and more. Okay, stay learning, stay tuned, and okay, keep practicing. Very important. Till the next time, this is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning. Thank you.